Good morning and good afternoon as we head towards the noon time. This is Tyler Royce from the Tyler the Weatherman Connecticut Forecast Center with an update on Hurricane Irene as it head towards the East Coast. And then let's first check off what Irene is doing right now as of 11 a.m. We basically see she is still a weak Category 3 with a central pressure of 951 millibars, and its movement is north-northwest at 13 miles per hour, and we are expecting either tonight or as we head towards early Friday for Irene to take a northward turn to head up the East Coast. And this is, I'll show you later on the models, due to the trough that's associated with the cold front and the showers that we're experiencing currently right now through the state. But I do want to give some perspective on the last time we've had a tropical system affect southern New England, specifically Connecticut. And the last two actually influence and hit Connecticut was Tropical Storm Hannah, which made landfall in New Haven, Connecticut on September 6th of 2008. And from there we've had Tropical Storm Hannah, as I said, in 2008, Tropical Storm Burl in 2006, Tropical Storm Hermine in 2004, Tropical Storm Floyd 99, and Tropical Storm Bertha in 96. The last major, I should say just in general, hurricane to actually influence the New England area and actually made landfall in Cape Cod was Hurricane Bob, which was August 19th, 1991, which was a Category 2 hurricane when it struck the Cape. And the last time a hurricane actually made landfall in Connecticut, that was Hurricane Gloria, which landed in Branford, Connecticut on September 27th, 1985. So we're going on close to 26 years since Connecticut has seen a hurricane make landfall, and actually 20 years since a hurricane's actually influenced and hit the southern New England. And so we can go take a look at Irene right now and see what she's doing basically out in the Atlantic in the Bahamas. And basically what the National Hurricane Center is talking about is that they're struggling to see if a secondary eye has taken place, and if not, it probably will be taking place sometime soon. But they do say that she is still strong, and within the next day or two, she will strengthen a little bit more to a more moderate Category 3 hurricane, which is still pretty strong and actually a major hurricane. And we shouldn't see any Category 4 according to their forecast plots. So the darker the colors, the higher the clouds, the more convection is, the colder the clouds are. So all around the eye wall we basically see is the big thunderstorms around there. And so if we go further on and go to the track of what we can expect, this is what the National Hurricane Center's forecasting, and this is on a nice Google map from Wonder Map, which can be accessed at weatherunderground.com, and it's basically showing that the first impact looks to be along the North Carolina coast of between Wilmington and Virginia Beach in the Outer Banks as a major hurricane. Once it gets past through that, we will be talking about a Category 2 as it makes landfall towards the Virginia-Maryland border and might influence Delaware. And as it progresses towards the New England area, we'll be seeing it weakened slowly but surely, as we will be seeing a southwesterly shear, which is changing wind direction vertically, influence Irene as she progresses towards the Canadian border. And what's going to happen, if I can show you the computer models and take off the National Hurricane Center's forecast, we basically see the bullseye for a possibly second or third landfall will be over southwestern Connecticut and going through western Connecticut. Last night I told you it would be southeastern Connecticut and Rhode Island. Earlier this morning it was more central Connecticut. Now we're focusing on western Connecticut, and this is as we get more information in. And as I go to the models now, I'll be basically showing you that if we begin at 12Z from now, so that's tonight at 7 p.m., actually 8 p.m. I should say, we basically see this blob here is Irene, this L right here is Irene, and as we progress towards to Friday night, it's Friday morning I should say, Irene has just pushed its way through the Bahamas, and we go another 12 hours. It's basically Friday night, Irene's there. just off the coast of South Carolina. Took us another 12 hours. Irene starts to push its way towards the North Carolina area, and basically what we're going to be watching is this trough here. This trough is going to be influencing Irene. You kind of can see with its outer isobar here, kind of engulfing Irene. If we go one more, we go to forecast 60, which is Saturday night. We basically see the trough taking control of Irene and its track. So it's going to go more towards the coast. And if we go one more to hour 72, which would be Sunday morning, Irene is now basically in this trough, going up the coast. And so we can basically track this. And what I really want to show you is these winds here. This is at hour 84, which is Sunday night, as Irene is basically pummeling Connecticut here with tons of rain. We're going to focus in on the winds here. This panel where my cursor is. In these winds here, the yellow is above 70 knots here. So this is quite astounding to see in the Cape, in around the New York City area at 900 millibars. So that's just a few hundred feet, a few thousand feet, I should say, above us. In the 850s, still very windy up there. And if we take a look at the pressure here, it's going to be substantial pressure. So it's going to be a lot of wind at the surface with the rain and with the storms. So I really want to go to paint right now. I'm going to paint you the picture of the forecast models here and explain to you why the danger is here. And what we have is I go to brush and I'm going to paint. The track here is basically, let's use this red line here. I'll make a big circle. It tracks here in this big red circle. This area, anyone to the right of that track, will be dealing with a lot of weather besides the rain and the wind. They're also going to be experiencing tornadoes. So there's an added level to that compared to the left side of this red thing, where they should just see rain and wind. Not as bad in terms of what they can expect. There you can expect still the heavy amounts of rain, the heavy winds, but really the focus area that I'm more concerned about is this right area of the track that we're going to be going with. As we can see, tornadoes with the downpours, scattered thunderstorms, basically embedded thunderstorms, and the heavy winds. And what this means is that I'm going to go with the track that it's going to be just enough east of New York City, but it looks like it's going to make kind of landfall just east of JFK Airport, near Stamford, Norwalk, head up just east of Danbury towards Woodbury, just past east of Torrington, so the Horrington area, and up towards Brockhampstead and anywhere further northeast of that. So basically anyone, Hartford, New Britain, New Haven, New London, Tallinn, Wyndham, Willimantic, Stores, Middletown, you guys are going to be on the greater outlook for these tornadoes. It's something new, and I'm not going to say there's going to be all over the place, but there's the major chance that they will happen. It's something I would like to stress enough. If you live along the coastline, I'm going to strongly suggest that you evacuate when the evacuations do occur, because you're going to see storm surges. Storm surges are going to be a lot. The water is going to come up. There's going to be a lot of flooding. We don't want anything to happen. We want to limit the amount of deaths here. So that's all that I have for this noontime hour. I'll have another update later this evening. Start preparing now. It is coming. Unless some magical thing happens, Hurricane Irene will be affecting Connecticut as a Category 1 hurricane, in my opinion. Have a great day, everyone.